The Hope era promised a sunrise, but in Fear NF shows the sun setting, and the things that go bump in the night never left the house. The track is a cinematic home invasion of the mind, a story of relapse, trauma, and the collapse of the identities Nate built to survive. Opening, false security and returning darkness. The video opens with Nate at the door of his symbolic mansion, turning the deadbolt exactly 3 times, a visceral nod to his real-world OCD. The ritual offers the illusion of protection, but the intruder is already inside. The EP begins with the line, "Hello darkness, my old friend," signaling that healing is not linear. Nate has circled back to familiar darkness. The house as mind, claustrophobic imagery. Visuals move away from Hope's expansive landscapes to claustrophobic, dark spaces. The mansion functions as the mind's architecture. Rooms once repaired are shown as fragile, invaded, or undone. Fear reclaims control. The reclaimed keys. A fear persona, drenched in black, looms over a white-suited Nate. When fear snatches the keys, Nate's 3-year narrative of growth is reversed. He is no longer the owner of his mind, but its tenant again. Loss of agency. The giant, hooded figure Johnny takes the keys from Nate's broken body, marking the moment Nate loses autonomy and becomes imprisoned by the psychology Johnny represents. Johnny, the giant figure. Johnny, first referenced in Intro 3, embodies the blueprint of trauma, an abusive father figure at the root of Nate's fear. Though Nate once claimed to have buried that anger, he only moved the dirt, leaving Johnny waiting. The eyes of a child. In the washed-up video, Johnny appears enormous, representing how trauma regresses perception. To a child, an abuser is an unstoppable giant. The psychological block. Nate misses every swing at Johnny, symbolizing a mental block where childhood terror prevents him from truly confronting or striking back at the original source of harm. The return of burdens and the collapse of duality. The return of the burlap sack. The burlap sack Nate fought to remove during Hope reappears, heavier and suffocating. His attempt to pull it off, then to pull it back over his head, symbolizes exhaustion and recovery, and the perverse familiarity of darkness compared with the vulnerability of staying well. Washed up, the death of duality, where Hope framed life as a choice between light and dark. Washed up shows both identities collapsing. Nate digs up the map to Hope, but it's blank, a sign that even after success, and spiral into silence and finality. Intrusive thoughts and self-doubt. Lyrically and visually, the EP depicts intrusive thoughts that feel disconnected from Nate's agency. He questions whether his mental chaos is OCD or something worse. Perfectionism becomes physical and anxiety loops spiral. The burning foundation. The narrative culminates with the mansion in flames. After trying to fix rooms of his mind piece by piece, the story suggests a radical possibility. To be free, he might have to burn the identity built around his pain, a baptism by fire that risks losing everything he constructed. Overall meaning. Fear is a story of familiarity and relapse, a confession that recovery can loop back into old wounds, and that trauma can outlive attempts to bury it. The EP ends not with resolution, but with a brutal recognition that identity, faith, and agency can be overtaken, and that sometimes the only envisioned escape is destruction. What do you think the black ink really represents? Drop your theories in the comments below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives.